Good evening. Before I went to bed, I just had to make myself a quick little rant about something on this. You know, this is the thing. It's about my ex, okay? Most people don't rag on their exes, but I will. Because she's just a pain in the ass. She doesn't want to come around. Sorry. She don't want to come around and see the kids, okay? Sorry, I got kind of like an alfalfa and little rascals thing going on here. Anyway, she don't want to come around and see the fucking kids, and she don't want any of the responsibility, financial, visits, or otherwise. She just wants to be able to live her life. But every time she contacts me, she wants to remind me, don't forget I'm still their mother. When we went through a whole case with CPS where the courts found her unfit to be a mother. I mean, she doesn't understand. Does she sit up bedside with my youngest son when he's having a seizure? I mean, my youngest son has epileptic encephalopathy, and we found this out thanks to a chromosome test. Okay? He's got a bad chromosome, they said, that comes from the maternal side. So, anyway, he's going to have these seizures the rest of his life. Other than that, my youngest son, 6 years old, he's smart as a lick. He's learning really well. I decided during the pandemic, when the schools were closed, to just put my kids in permanent homeschool. Okay, so I registered them for homeschool, and I went out and got a bunch of these. We got a set of these, and a set of these. And every night before bed, I stay up till about 11 or midnight, and I prepare lessons for my kids, for my older son and for my younger son. Me and my boys, we do science experiments together. Like next week, I just got the stuff to erupt it, so, and I've got all the stuff to build it. Next week, me and the boys are going to build a volcano together and erupt it. And we're going to shoot a video of that, of our science experiment where we build one of those volcanoes and erupt it. You guys will all get to see it when it's done. But I mean, every night I sit up and make regular little assignments based out of what's in these books. Then when my kids do their schoolwork every day, my older son anyway, he has to sit and read and then take a short little quiz on what he read. And he gets an A+ every single fucking time. He is like really good at reading and retaining the material in his head, despite the fact that he has Asperger's autism spectrum disorder. Okay? He is almost 13, and he also, smart as a lick, he can read, he can do good math, he can multiply, he can add, subtract, divide. He's really good at math. And then sometimes when he does history lessons, I sit and give him like little history lectures on different subjects. Here's a few I've been preparing. Here's one on the first Thanksgiving. This is one about the Salem witch trials. And that one continues down to here. And then here we start one on the First Continental Congress, which will continue into here, and it's continuing on to other pages because it's going to include Patrick Henry's famous speech in its entirety. The speech that led to 1 week later the Battle of Lexington, which basically started the Revolutionary War and finally broke America free of King George's rule. But anyway, that's history. That's for another time. But see, this is what I do. I prepare the lessons every night for them because they have to be homeschooled. Damien was having trouble in public school before the pandemic. He had already been suspended a couple times because he kept eloping the classroom, or that's the word they used, means escaping. He kept running off on them. He didn't want to sit still. He didn't want to go stay in school because their special education class was a joke. It didn't know how to handle them. I mean, everybody knows first thing special education class, you lock the door so they don't escape. Okay, because you've got kids in there that might escape. So it's like, for God's sakes, the school didn't know how to deal with him. Okay, his teacher blew up because Damien said to her that she's got hair like a grizzly bear. She didn't even ask him where he got such a thing. I had to tell her the next day it's because the day before he went to school that day, he was watching that old video of that guy from vaudeville days who sang that song, My Gal's a Corker, She's a New Yorker. Look it up. There's a line in the song that says she's got hair like a grizzly bear. So he had been watching that on YouTube the day before, which was Sunday. And so on Monday, he told his teacher she had hair like a grizzly bear. And she got all fucking liberal butt hurt and offended, started crying, saying, Your son is mean. And so that's why I had to pull him from school in the first damn place. You know? And my ex, she just don't understand any of this. I have to do this all on my fucking own. She don't want to even offer up any financial support to help with the cost of buying books. I have to go out and buy these books used just so I can afford them. I've got tons of books around here that are all educational of all subjects. My ex don't do any of this stuff. She's a dumb bitch. And she's got a family of fucking druggies advising her in the wrong direction, telling her she doesn't have to step up and she doesn't have to offer help, and that she doesn't have to do any of this stuff. But what do they know? They're all a bunch of fucking junkies. Not one of them has ever held a real job. All they've ever done is deal dope all their lives. All right, my rant is over. Have a good night. You can all put that in your pipe and smoke it.